Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about dopamine and how dopamine is ruining your life and what it is and how it's triggered. So, first of all, everything in this matrix that we live in, everything in this system is specifically designed to trigger your dopamine. Now, the people who are running this matrix understand the human body, they understand the mind, they understand how your body functions on the deepest levels. So these phones, these apps, everything you can see in this matrix was designed by very, very, very intelligent, illuminated people who understand how these functions work within the brain. And they are using this against you, okay, to keep you a slave to the system. So what you must understand that there are three major glands in the brain. You have the thalamus, the pineal, and the pituitary gland. The pineal represents the masculine, the pituitary represents the female, the sun and the moon. Now, the pineal gland is an organ situated inside of the brain that secretes melatonin, serotonin, and dimethyltryptamine. So essentially, the hypothalamus, or the thalamus, is what releases dopamine. Okay, so dopamine is produced in the brain, and it is basically the body's reward system. And the matrix, or everything you see around you, is designed to trigger and overstimulate your dopamine and trigger your body's reward system. Okay, so dopamine triggers the brain's reward system. So, starting with your phone is the biggest dopamine hitter ever. And it is basically the enslavement of your mind. You see, your phone is a digital footprint of your mind. That's why it's called an iPhone. The I is the inner I within you, your consciousness, your mind. And that mind of yours is now being digitally tracked. Of every thought you think, you're manifesting into that phone. Okay. And it's tracking your mind. And this is how AI has been created. They did not create AI. AI is an artificial intelligence created by us because we have fed our minds into these digital phones, which has recorded how our minds work, which has then they have put together to create algorithms to create an artificial consciousness, which is AI. Anyways, that's another video that we can go into. Your phone is a destroying you. It's actually destroying your mental health. So you have notifications, all of the apps, all of the notifications, there's so much going on. There's so many bright colors on the screen. The brightness is very high. There's blue light coming off it. You have thousands of different apps, thousands of different notifications coming through. All of these notifications are making you feel on a subconscious level that you are needed. Okay. And it releases dopamine within your brain. That's why these phones are so addictive, because they are triggering your brain's reward system, and your body thinks that you are doing something good. And this dopamine within you it makes you feel really good. Okay. Likes on your posts, on your Instagram posts, every time you get a like, every time you like a post, every time you hear music, is releasing dopamine within your brain. Information, so every reel that you are scrolling is releasing dopamine. And this is why a lot of people are getting depressed. It's because their dopamine is so high that when they get off their phone, they can't enjoy their life because their phone is giving them rewards of doing nothing, of sitting there on your phone, is giving your brain rewards, and it's tricking your body and mind that you are doing something good. Okay. Talking about your dreams. So let's say you want to become a millionaire, and I go to my friends and go tell them all, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm doing this and I'm doing that to become a millionaire. That actually releases dopamine in your brain when you're telling people this. This is why you feel so good when you're talking about yourself. Try and always put the focus on other people. That's another social tip, actually. When you are talking to people, the secret to communication is to get them talk about themselves because it releases dopamine in their brain. And this way, by getting people to talk about themselves, it's a great way to open up with people and gain connections and gain great communication skills. Because people have never-ending words talking about themselves. So never talk about your dreams to people. Never talk about what you're going to do or what you want to do, because this will release dopamine in your brain telling you that you have already achieved this goal when you haven't even got it. So what it's actually doing, it's tricking your brain thinking that you've already got the dream, the £1,000,000, and you're less likely to go and get it after that because your brain already thinks it's got it. And your subconscious mind takes every word you think, every word you say, literally. It takes everything you say like as truth. Okay. It's very important so that you don't, talk about your dreams to people. Sugar is a drug. Did you know if sugar uh, was illegal, it'd be a class A drug. It would be a class A drug. It's so addictive. It activates the brain's reward system, dopamine. That's why it's so addictive. Because every time you eat this poison, it is fruit sugar is not poison. That's very good. It has fructose, and your body runs off the energy of fructose. However, this sugar, this artificial sugar, is destroying you because it's making you feel like you're doing something good. And that's why it feels so amazing. That's why it's so addictive. That's why sweets and chocolate are so addictive, because there's so much sugar in this stuff. It's activating the brain's reward system, making you become addicted. Masturbation is the worst one ever. So look at the matrix from my point of view now. You have sugar in every piece of food. You have free websites for porn to see any woman or male that you want to see. You could see the most, stunning girl on there at the click of your fingers. You can get that for free. Okay. So when something is free, you are the product. You have to understand that. You are the product. What are they gaining out of you if they are giving something for free? First of all, they're gaining your information, your IP address and stuff like that. And they're getting you weak because releasing dopamine, orgasms are the best feeling a human can feel, or any living being can feel. An orgasm is the best feel. There's nothing that can top an orgasm unless you're taking synthetic drugs like heroin or something like that. But orgasms are the best natural way to get the most amount of dopamine in your brain, in your body. That's why it feels so good when you orgasm. So if you are doing this on a daily basis, it releases so much dopamine in your brain, and I mean like so much. How can you enjoy little things in life? This is why a lot of people are so careless, because they're scrolling their minds away silly on their phone, which is releasing dopamine. Then they go and eat some sugar, which is more dopamine. Then at nighttime, they're logging onto porn and getting a load of more dopamine. You see, everything is triggering the brain reward system in this matrix, and it's keeping you lazy. It keeps you lazy. When your bodies feel like it's doing something good, but the eating and masturbation, it's destroying your motivation. You can't function in a world. You can't do it. Okay? How can you enjoy life and little things? Like I don't know an example. For example, just in nature. If you're walking through a woods, how are you going to enjoy that when at the tip of your fingers you're going to go home and destroy yourself silly on these dirty websites, getting the most amount of dopamine ever? This is why it's so sacred. Sacred. We should not be releasing. You should never be releasing unless you're creating a baby, and that is that simple. And to anyone who says that is unhealthy, They are wrong. You should not release. That fluid inside of you can create a whole other human being. Think of how powerful that is. That little fluid of that inside of you it carries every single mineral, every single vitamin to create a whole new human being. And you're just going to go waste it. And that's why it feels so good when you get rid of it. But it's actually killing a part of you every time you get rid of it. Because when when that fluid is inside of you, instead of wasting it outside of you, that sacred body's fluid is actually vitalizing all of your cells and nourishing your body. Okay. So you have to get into retention. It's the best way you can gain power and gain confidence and gain your life spark again. Because it's killing you, people. It's killing you, people. Everything, like I said, everything in this matrix is designed for dopamine. It's all triggering the brain's reward system. So it keeps you lazy and on your ass scrolling on your phone. So we'd have to do dopamine detoxes, a phone detox, caffeine detox. Caffeine releases dopamine in the brain. Another one, everyone drinks caffeine. So they wake up, they drink caffeine, dopamine. Then they have sugar in there, which is more dopamine. Then they scroll on the phone, which is more dopamine. They watch the TV, it's more dopamine. Everything's dopamine. And I mean everything in this matrix. You can't enjoy the little things. Okay. Exercise. So instead of doing these things, instead of having all this dopamine, you need to go on a detox. Okay. You want to exercise. This is natural dopamine. You want to activate the brain's reward system when you have earned it by running or not eating all day, then eating at the end of the day. This is natural dopamine. If you're eating all day, then you have no drive. You have no motivation. This is why I keep myself hungry whilst I work through the day, because it gives me that drive. Okay. Meditate. Drink natural water. Goal setting. This is the most important. It gives you drive. It helps you gain focus. It gives you that straight path when you are getting rid of this dopamine. So I advise every single one of you, turn off your phone, turn off TVs, anything that gives you pleasure. And I mean anything, food, like your phone, TV, notifications. What else have we got? Gaming. Get rid of it all. Music is another one that gives you dopamine. Talking about your goals, get rid of all of this. Do a dopamine detox. This will definitely help you in your life, help you gain mental clarity. It will give you a perspective that you've probably never seen before, and yourself that you've probably never seen before. And it's another way to grow and elevate your mind and grow in life.